Hello, everybody. It's so good to be here. It's Tuesday, and we are the Appreciation Advisors, Greener Still Appreciation Advisors. And as Callie usually says, she's out of Sugar Land. We're out of Fishers, Indiana, or Westfield, whatever we are. Okay, Noblesville. It's a great day, and we're just going to talk real quick while we've got us all here. Let's see, anybody got any? Oh, I'm with Nicole Williams and Polly Holzman, and we're all going to talk just a few minutes about what's going on with SendOutCards. What about some wins, ladies? Do you have anything going on that's really good? Or you're going to have to think about it real hard?
I do. I did it because I've been working hard on this. We have the Indiana Parkinson Foundation
Yes.
here in Indiana. They had a race a couple of weeks ago, and an amazing race. And we are doing cards, thank you cards for sponsors and kind people and donators that made it such a success. So we're helping with them with those cards. So it's real fun. They sent like a lot of pictures, and I'm helping deciding which ones are most valuable. And then we're just kind of working together. So I'm real excited.
That is great.
And that's actually a real testament to sticking with it, because I don't think they thought at the beginning quite all that it could be. And now you're saying she's getting excited about it. So cool.
Very excited. Yes.
Cool. Polly, you've been doing this the longest, maybe like a month longer than I have, right?
Yeah, something. So much more worldly experience.
Mm-hmm. So anything going on with your people? Wow.
You know what? It's been a good week. For me personally, I stretched to, get my 10 customer points in the first few days. I need to work, maybe happen on the 1st, but it's May 4th, and I qualified yesterday. So by May 3rd, I qualified for, that's like the first requirement is to have your customer points. So I've got that now because my customers they fall later in the month. So I'm working on trying to have customers like every day.
Cool.
So, yeah.
And I've actually been using the stream marketing email. And I know a lot of people are probably sick of getting my emails, but it works. And then I made a mistake, so I had to update that, which if you think about it, kind of funny. They're getting like 4 of them. So, but you know what? They know who I am now.
That's right.
But that's what it's all about. So I'm happy to do that. But Polly, you're and I actually am using a lot of I'm actually out. I've got to order some more vitamin C, and I've got a couple other products. So Blue 42 is pretty good stuff. And I can tell when I don't take stuff too, So
I'm liking I've been using the shakes almost every day, replacing one meal.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's chocolate brownie. I mean, come on. And I put a banana in it typically. And so, yeah, it's good. It's filling, and I put my vitamin C in it. So
just put everything in there.
Just put it all in there. It's all good.
So it just, it does its job. You can feel it just go right to the.
Well, my husband has really severe leg cramps.
Yeah, you said that.
Yeah. So we've both been using it, and I fall asleep like that with it, but using that sleep, I forget what it's called, but not the lavender one, but the sleep, it's like a tea. And we've been drinking that at night, and he's hardly had any leg cramps. He had a couple like tiny minor ones, but I mean, that's gone from where he would get up in 2 or 3 in the night, two or 3 times at night, and just like can't even walk. He has to stretch it out for 15 minutes. And so,
wow.
And attributes that to that tea thing. So I think
that's on my list. That, and then the sleep spray. I think we have a sleep spray. Have that on there.
So I'm very pleased. So I just set up an auto ship actually for the muscle, the weight control, just because there was a discount. If you did that, and then the sleep all come as a combo. So I set myself up on a auto ship for that. So that'll start coming on a regular basis. So so that way I won't run out. So
Cool.
Good stuff though. And it's kind of funny. I didn't think I would like really necessarily promote the Blue 42 as much. But the leg cramp thing came up with somebody that Gary works with. So we're going to give him that link. And so, yeah, it's really good products. And I love, if you have not watched the replay of the webinar on the Blue 42, you can find that on the Blue 42 for Life Facebook page and watch. They talk they're going to do one different one every month, but the last one was on the sleep, the protein powder and all that. And so they talk about the individual products. So it's really good just to listen to that and just to learn and just the science and everything that's gone into it. So, yeah.
Awesome.
Cool.
Thank you.
Cool. That's good to hear. Yeah. And so they're having a training today though, aren't they? And I know that.
So today's is SendOutCards. So I'm looking forward to that because sometimes I get in a rut, although I will say last week I sent out more cards than I have in a while. I kind of got in my own little, I don't know, not a rut, but I just wasn't sending as many. And I had a great time just sending out random cards. And I did the 5x7. I didn't necessarily do the postcards, but I did the 5x7s, a couple of them of beautiful children. One, I loved it. She titled it, it was her little boy who's like one, holding one of those dandelion things. And it was titled beautiful. It was like wishes or weeds or wishes or something like that. And just this angelic like side view of the face. And he's like, he's going to blow on it. And I put it on the front of a card and just literally dated it and sent it to, I'm like needs to be in a frame.
Right.
So I got back to doing that. And it just really felt good last week. I didn't quite send my 25. I think I was like at 19. I try to do 25 cards a week out to people. Yeah, and I just feel like if you can reach out, I mean, it's 5 a day, but sometimes it doesn't happen. I think I did 3 yesterday. I haven't done my cards yet today, but I've been good. I've been busy. I sent up a new customer today. I've been doing some presentations, so I'll get there.
Good. So couple cards, at least 3 cards a day, right?
Yep.
And how many presentations are you trying to do?
This kind of depends. I want to get back up too. I haven't been doing as many. So I've got something else slated. So I mean, a minimum of 1 a day is kind of the goal, is a minimum of 1 a day. But with Zoom, it's so much easier now.
Right. So much. Yes.
I mean, I presented to this person and her assistant today, showed all the new things, sent a card, went through some features, and then we literally signed them up. And all of that was probably, with some chatting, about 45 minutes.
Not bad.
Right. Wow. So I was going to say that's kind of a good lead in though. The corporate call, they just talked about actually, no, wait a minute. Polly, you're going to tell us about the corporate challenge or the double bonuses.
So the summer bonus program?
Yes, summer bonus.
Summer bonus program, yes.
So tell us your go ahead.
It's always to get customers, but there's more incentive now than ever to get them. Okay, so then so for the next 90 days, or 3 months, so for May, June, and July, customers accumulate points, and you can get up to 100% double bonus. So the first goal is to get to bronze, which would be 45 points. And once you hit 45 points in your customer, now this would not be affiliate, so none of your Better Way people, none of that where they could be an affiliate. This is pure customers. Once you get to 45 points, then you're considered bronze. And now when you're 46 point and beyond or whatever, you'll start earning a 20% bonus on top of that. So that means in terms of money, hang on, my phone just froze. So, say if you sell a $97 package or subscription, normally you would be earning like $16.67 on one. If you get, you now will earn 20% more. So you'll earn $20 as opposed to the $16 on that same $97 subscription. And then you just want to keep building. And as you go through the month, these are in 30-day cycles. So, or month cycles. So as you go through, then your next goal is to hit 90 points. So 90 plus points, and you will now earn a 50% bonus. So if you think about in terms of dollars, that same 97, so you would normally earn $16.67. You're now going to earn 25 for that same thing. And then for gold, that's 135 points. So 135 points and beyond, 100%. So for 1867, you're going to earn 33.
Oh, I like that. 33,
every time you sell. Yeah, I know.
Wow.
So if you start thinking in terms of, well, even if you just have points, that would be 450 points. No, that's now I got to do math. I got to do math. Hold on. 135. So if you do 135 and you divide that by 15, that's 9 cycles, and then you multiply that by your $50. So that would be $450. So if you're at that level, you're actually going to earn another 450. So you would earn $900. So like my personal like round number goal. Of course, you got to get there, but I'm thinking, okay, let's just go for at least 150 points. 150 points. That's $1,000 if you're earning 100%.
That's a great.
That's just pure customer. So you think about even if you don't want to build a team, you just want to go out and share SendOutCards all by itself. This counts for any of the subscriptions we have. So it doesn't matter what stream, and it's not just subscriptions. All your incremental sales will count as well. But I'm tracking just my subscriptions right now, just to because it's hard to track incremental sales. So I'm tracking that just to see kind of where I can be and how quickly I can be. And it's making my little book that, to fill up my 10 business cards on a page, a little more attractive, because I'm like, okay, what do I got going on today? And today I have 4 points that hit today. I mean, it's not
Awesome. But
that 4 points is putting me over the edge, and it's going to trigger a 15-point cycle, which now means I'll get a $50 check. So yeah, so I just think it just gives us something. I mean, other than the points that you're striving for anyway, but there's just that extra fire that you can go out there and build more customers, and more customers will lead to team members. But if you just go out there and share.
Just share, yeah.
And they talk about, it's part of that Ripple thing too, is that, say you do the $97 plan. Well, now all of a sudden, maybe they need something else. I'm talking to 2 people right now for the VA. I mean, they haven't signed up yet for the virtual assistant program yet, but both of them are really busy. And I think this would be perfect for them. I want them to be like Jordan's people. It was like, well, sign me up right now. I'm like, that's what I want, but I'm having to work a little harder.
You have to think they're talking to Jordan, not that you're garbage there or anything, believe me, but
but I mean, but he's, he's also got maybe a little higher level income people.
A little bit.
Just a little bit.
Right. And hello, Catherine. Catherine's here.
The crazy red-haired lady.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm driving. I'm almost home, but I thought I would just, jump on for a second, since I had a second. I was trying to do too many things at one time today, so that seems to happen on Tuesdays.
It happens. It does happen. That's my Mondays. My Mondays are super.
I saw that you did a good job. They loved what you did, so there you go. Glad it went well. There you are. There you crazy lady are.
There I am. Yeah, it did go really well. It did go well. I was happy about it.
She presented for her group.
I never know how much.
Yeah,
I never know how much time I'm gonna get. So
you did great. You did great. Well, do you have any, let's see. Polly was just
And we are
updating.
recording.
We are
We're
Yeah, we are
recording.
recording.
So Polly is, yes, we gotta watch, but she just talked about there's double bonuses right now. So that's pretty exciting. And I don't know, Catherine, you're using the SendOutCards, right? The majority of, you're using them?
Yeah, I haven't used it much this month, but things have been just a little bit more slow, so.
But
You know,
there's actually a training today
Totally.
on SendOutCards. There's actually a training on SendOutCards Facebook, the regular SendOutCards Facebook. So, and that's at 4 p.m. our time. It's 2 p.m. Mountain time. So it's still over an hour away, but I'm gonna try to post it and just, but then there is always gonna be a recording so we can, and we'll post that. And it's getting used to all these things because Greener still does have a lot more resources. I mean, they're using Facebook, they're using YouTube, they're using all these different things. And being part of this for 10 years, they haven't done that. I mean, it's kind of like, wow, they're utilizing all kinds of cool resources. So, but it's good. So, Holly, did you finish everything? I'm sorry. I don't know if I was.
No,
Okay.
that's it. I mean, set yourself a goal and just really start building. I mean, obviously your first goal is to make sure you have 45. I happen to have, well, I calculated I have 77 points in a given month. Customers, I had 85 or 90 total. When you go back in your Revolution office, you can actually go back and look to see where you are. But yeah, just track them. And this is just a great time. And, I think if we all band together and make a big success of this, I think it could be an ongoing promotion for them. I think it might be something that they can.
Well, they alluded to that, didn't they? That might happen. I think Cody did. I think he said something about it. So yeah, so cool.
Yeah, but I think they don't want to put it all out there yet because they.
Uh-oh, she's frozen.
Create some urgency.
Yeah,
you got to create a little urgency.
Yes, definitely creates urgency.
And then they're going to be announcing a convention. I don't
know.
They
I was wondering about that. Usually it's like every quarter we hear something about that.
This one I think will go back live and in person. I really believe they'll do something live and in person. I imagine that there'll be some virtual aspect to it because we're also going to have some issues if Canada doesn't open up, things like that. Canada can't cross borders yet. So depending on, but I think it's something like in person, and I'm sure there will be another incentive type thing then. Sending out goodwill to people. I mean,
yes.
Yeah. So anyway.
So that's actually kind of cool because the in-person events, but I would assume though, then Polly, it would probably be next year, right? They're not going to try to do it this year.
I would not be surprised for them to try to pull something this year. I could be wrong.
Yeah, just kind of thinking about it, but that's good. Okay, well, I don't think our connection's great at all, Catherine, because I'm the one who's hosting it, so it's not just you. But Nicole was going to talk about Jordan's call just for a few minutes because Jordan had a really good. What was it? What is your philosophy? I think is the name of what he was talking about. What's your philosophy? Right.
Well, I love his the perseverance that he has, because when he started out, many different what do you say, worship companies, and SendOutCards, I believe it's his 12th. And he had been told when he first started out, I mean, he was like, he would just like have macaroni and cheese for dinner, like a few nights a week. I mean, that's how tough times were. And he was told not once, but a couple times, you're not a salesperson, you would be good at this, but but he believed otherwise. And one thing that resonated with him is that I tend to be quiet too. If you meet me, it just depends. But once you get to know me, once I start talking, it's like, but I love with the philosophy where he just kept believing in himself. He kept making himself better. The self-development books, he was just like, he talked about how wonderful SendOutCards is and greener still. And he said, there's so much time and money that they invest in it. And he's like, I have one job. I just learn the business and share it. And I just really like that a lot, that he was, and then one of the things you were talking about, Jennifer, about how they're everywhere with like Instagram, they talked about influencers. Like, if y'all heard about, he said there are influencers on Instagram who, the thing is, they might know like 10,000 people, and if you know any of these influencers, they want to get, they do their thing, they get people interested. Well, they want to get paid that day, that month, that a lot of the ways they get paid aren't for months out, and what we have, they will get paid that day. So that was really interesting too.
Yeah, I want to know the influencers.
Right, we need them.
Where are the influencers? I need to know them.
Where are they?
Well, I think that is the magic question, because everybody that I've been talking to, Nicole, do you use Instagram, Polly, very often?
There's people following me. I'm not sure where I'm going, but every now I get these little things like so-and-so's following you. And I'm like, well, good for them.
Yeah, I haven't done much to it.
Yeah, to tell you the last time I posted.
But if you're out there and you've got, what did he say? I think on the call, 10,000, if you've got over 10,000 followers, you're considered an influencer. So some of these people that are finding those influencers, if they can get them, they can literally make you a buttload of money in a very short time. So I do think, but he also says on there, and I think it's good, I think everybody needs to figure out what is their, is it, I told Nicole earlier, Instagram's not my thing. Facebook I'm on enough, but it seems like lately all I've been doing is talking to people, and I'm always thinking I should be doing a better job of that. But even when I'm dealing, I usually send somebody a card after we talk, they know what I do, but then I've got to go back. It's not a one-time call and I'm done and I get their business. It's usually a couple, because I like them to get a card, and know what that's like.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's my, but going back, does anybody do a lot of people do Instagram and all that? And do they do all the platforms, or do they do one or two, and be good at that?
I've heard if you have one that's really good, stick with that one. Stick with the one that that you've got feedback, you're known, because you divide your time up, it's hard.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Well, you do Instagram, Nicole, I don't. So, if I could figure out, or I do have
not as much as I used to, because I tell you, this past Monday, I didn't promote my Start Your Week on Instagram. You're just so busy, and you have to watch those responses to give them the link. I thought, no, Nicole, you're not going to do it. Just focus right here, focus on Facebook this time.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we will keep plugging along, and we will be here next Tuesday at 2:00 Eastern time. But in the meantime, we'll try to keep everybody up to date on what's going on in the SendOutCard world, or greener still SendOutCard world. And we'll see everybody next week, and I'm going to stop the recording.